Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you very much for supporting and all the drama last week. So yeah, I'm just gonna check one thing on my phone. So before we get into today's video, if we are live, number one, we are live. Alright, my video was about round 3 predictions and how we went last week compared we will go this week. Yeah, not much to talk about. But from next week we'll be doing something very different. So we'll be going from the website and we'll choose one team at a time. But this week we have to do it because I already done the bets and already done it. So yeah. If you didn't watch my previous video, it wasn't live, so just be mindful that the round 2 predictions wasn't live. It was similar to live, but it wasn't really live. It was just posted on because I made a video and then I realized I couldn't go live. So the situation what happened is I can't broadcast with a live streamer or something like that. There's something going on with KO or something. They have their rights and we don't have rights, something like that. So I can't stream KO, but what's hopefully this round we'll go through it as one by one. So we are live. We just need to check the AFL app. I'm just gonna check it on my phone. Who's playing this week and who do we think think and predict who's going to win this week. As well, we got 2 buys this week, as same as last round. So last round was Goko Suns and the Giants had a buy. This round we have Collingwood and Sydney Swans who have a buy. Collingwood and Sydney Swans have a buy, so they won't be playing this week. They got a week off. You can see my phone on the screen. I'm watching the AFL app. You can see. Essendon versus Port. Essendon needs a big win here because if they don't win, I don't see them making finals at all. And this is already round 3. What the hell? For Essendon, it's round 3, and like, technically it is round 3, but like with the opening round it counts round 4, so I don't know which. Tell me down in the comments what's your predictions and thing this week. But I'm gonna say with Essendon and Port, I don't know which side to go to, so I'm just gonna leave that one. Then Carlton versus Western Bulldogs, how poorly Carlton was with Hawthorn, I think. Was it Hawthorn? No, Richmond, and then Hawthorn, which we actually predicted exactly score they will score against Carlton, so that was good. Western Bulldogs, they 1-1 against North Melbourne. Wasn't really really entertaining. It was like a slow, boring match, like between both west sides of the comp. And then North Melbourne come out of nowhere in the second round and smash Melbourne Demons. Well, that was tough for Melbourne. So we'll go with each team. So Port Adelaide versus Essendon on Thursday night, which is tomorrow. Then it's Friday night footy, Carlton versus Western Bulldogs. And then Saturday afternoon, not earlier this time, it's really good. It's Melbourne versus Goko Suns at 1:20 on Saturday. And then at 4:15, it's St Kilda versus Richmond, similar ladder predictions. And then it's Hawthorn versus GWS, that will be good in Tasmania at 7:35, which this is interesting. These 4 teams couldn't make finals, but they're at the very same time. Why? AFL, why? Yeah, so then on Saturday night, it's Brisbane Lions versus Geelong. So I also have no clue who's going to win those 2 games. But obviously, we know the next 2 games on Sunday, it's going to be really easy. Adelaide Crows in Adelaide Oval versus North Melbourne at 3:20. And then it's West Coast Eagles versus Fremantle, which they both have 2 losses now. Fremantle and West Coast have 2 losses in a row. So it will be interesting how that will play out. And now with my footy predictions, we're just going to put it up on the screen. It will come up. Okay. We went for Port Adelaide. I actually don't know if Port Adelaide's going to make me think to bet for them, but I went for Port Adelaide. I didn't care about Essendon. Essendon, for the 2 games in a row, like, they wasn't predicted. I didn't think they will make finals, honestly. But we'll just put it out there. Essendon might lose this game, might win it. 18% went for Essendon, because they want to make sure Essendon wins for 18%, and Port Adelaide has got 82%, like, ridiculous amount. So we're not going to go for Essendon, we're going to unfortunately go for Port Adelaide this one. I think Port Adelaide by 9 points. 9 points for Port Adelaide. I think it's going to be a close game because it's going to be in Melbourne as well. And the weather is not too terrible on Thursday. Let me check Friday though. I'm just getting the weather app. Friday's fine, Saturday's fine. Okay, whole weekend fine, alright. It's just Monday and Tuesday is raining. Okay, makes sense. Western Bulldogs or Carlton? I went for Western Bulldogs. I think that was really solid. Would have had a solid win over Collingwood, but they just didn't get over the line. As well, some other teams as well. So we're going to go with Western Bulldogs beating Carlton by 20 points. Then we're going to go for Gold Suns versus Melbourne. I don't know why 42% of people went for Melbourne. It makes no sense. Melbourne already lost 2 games in a row, and probably the worst side in the team to lose against North Melbourne. So North Melbourne's got pretty good now. I think Gold Coast has to win this game by 20 points. And the reason why, if they don't win this game, they could not win every away games as possible. So they must win this game because they have only 1 win on the board. They have only played 1 game, which is really interesting with the AFL fixtures. They're supposed to play 2 games by now, 2 games including the opening round, but the opening round was cancelled. So we'll go with Gold Coast Suns beating Melbourne by 20 points. Now, honestly, a lot of people think St Kilda's going to win. Honestly, I think at Marble, St Kilda could win, but if it was at the MCG, I will 100% bet on Richmond. But this time, I'm just going to go with the safer option, bet on St Kilda, which is 91% betting on St Kilda and 9% went for Richmond. Well, this one is a classic Saturday night footy, Hawthorn versus GWS, and 83% of the people went for Hawthorn, which is surprising me because Hawthorn's on top of the ladder. Everyone thinks Giants might win. I think, honestly, in my opinion, Hawthorn will get on top of the Giants by maybe 10 points max. Then we got actually another thriller in the Gabba. So the Gabba is in Queensland at the moment, but we actually don't know the weather up there at the moment. Was pretty bad for the last 2 weeks, so they might post-game this game. I don't know. Actually, I don't know. But I'm betting on Brisbane if they change it to Melbourne in the last day or so. Then I'll bet on Geelong, but I don't think Geelong's going to win in Queensland, except a premiership side like Brisbane Lions. I could be overstepping this as well. But Brisbane Lions never won 2 matches in a row without losing a match. 2 matches in a row. The first 2 games they normally lose. Normally 3 games in a row. Actually count this round as well. Last year they lost the first 3 rounds, and now I think they will have 3 wins on the board, as well as Hawthorn might have 4. So we're gonna bet on Brisbane Lions beating Geelong by, I'll say, 10 points. Then it's, oh my god, people, what are you doing? LA Crows in LA Oval. It's no guarantee North Melbourne's gonna win, but like I'm saying, it's probably a safer option to go for LA Crows. They're so hot at the moment, and I think they might carry North Melbourne over the line by maybe another thriller 40 points fresh. But I'm just gonna go with the safest bet, LA Crows to beat North Melbourne by 20. Then we got Fremantle versus West Coast Eagles. West Coast Eagles started hard with Brisbane Lions last round, and they dominated the first half of the half, and then it was all Brisbane Lions at the end. So I'm just gonna go the safer option. I think Fremantle will win to keep their season alive by probably 30 points. Honestly, 30 points. And then you can see Collingwood and Sydney have a bye round 3. And this is all our predictions for round 3. Round starts in 1 day. As you can see, we're posting this on a Wednesday as well. So we're actually live on a Wednesday as well, so that's good. So we went for Port Adelaide, Western Bulldogs, Gold Coast Suns, St Kilda, Hawthorn, Brisbane Lions, LA Crows, and Fremantle. Now let's go for the previous round. How many did we get correct? We got this one 100% correct. We betted on Hawthorn to win with Carlton by 20 points. I don't know if you have seen the video. I actually haven't seen my own video. I betted Collingwood to beat Western Bulldogs by 12 points. I only beat Collingwood beat Western Bulldogs by 6 points. Only 1 goal difference. And then LA Crows. I have actually betted on LA Crows. But like, Essendon scored 100 points as you can see. But LA Crows just scored more. So I think their defense is really weak for Essendon at the moment. And Port Adelaide just smashed Richmond like almost 100 points on this. It's 140 to 68. Well, and then we betted on Geelong versus St Kilda. What was I thinking? I had a slight doubt Geelong will win in Marble against St Kilda, but I didn't bet it for them. I bet it for Geelong. So St Kilda won by 7 points with Geelong, and then Brisbane Lions just took over the line with West Coast Eagles by 94 to 75, and then we betted on Melbourne against North Melbourne, and North Melbourne won everything. So it can surprise you, North Melbourne are not that bad, but I would say they might not be in the bottom 4 this year, as previous 5 years in a row they have been in the bottom 5. Now you can see I have betted for Fremantle over Sydney Swans. Sydney Swans was just too good at the end. They carried the team over the line, and now Sydney's sitting at 10th position at the ladder at the moment. And Giants and Gold Coast Suns had a bye last week, yeah. So now this week we have Collingwood and Sydney have a bye, so Sydney might drop down. If, for example, Port, St Kilda, I don't know if I bet it on St Kilda, I don't even know what St Kilda is versing. But Port, St Kilda, if Richmond get another win on the board of them, that might surprise everyone. But I think Richmond and St Kilda are versing each other, so that can't happen unless they get a draw. And that could possibly happen, honestly, guys. Carlton's lost 2 games, Melbourne's lost 2 games, Essendon's lost 2 games, and Fremantle and West Coast lost 2 games. Wow. Unbelievable. And Gold Coast has only got 1 win on the board, so they might lose against Melbourne. But I don't see it. I don't see it happening. Anyway, guys, I will do my punishments for last week's round. And if you would like to see my video, I'm just gonna go to YouTube at the moment. So if you would like to go to my YouTube channel and watch the previous video I made, wasn't updated until Saturday, I think. Was it Saturday? Maybe Saturday. Because the reason why I shouldn't show you that details, but like it just came up for some reason. Yeah, this one. So you can see my username is Chuck06, and we might have to do that. Yep. Round two AFL tips and predictions 2025. Go and watch that video and then watch his video, because like I don't know, I don't remember. I remember tipping some teams by 7 March. I'm gonna actually go back to my video and see if I can actually come back with that. Anyway, guys, that's all the tips and predictions for round 3. We will do a punishment probably further down if I can get an AFL ticket, maybe, but probably not this week. Probably most likely round 4. But I'm not promising that. I might do it later down the track, seeing how many weeks we get wrong. If we get 3 more wrong, remember, 3 or more wrong, this week we could do another punishment in round 4 as well. So not exciting, but like it, we have to do it. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll love you to like the video and subscribe to, actually it's called Chuck06 now, so Chuck06, it's the username, and I'm just trying to think what was the actual, so I'll put the link down below if you want to subscribe to the channel. But I see if you're watching this video, you can subscribe straight away. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next week. Actually, I might see you on Thursday, depending. No, I'll see you Friday. I'll see you Friday. Be safe then, sorry. Because Thursday I got a couple things on at night, so I don't think I can be streaming an AFL game at the same time. Unless I will be back before that time. I'll just double check what time it starts. 7:30. I won't be back from 7:30. Nah. So I'll do Friday from 7:40 PM. We'll go from the scores on my phone, so hopefully you don't hear it or anything. We're gonna, some stage we might put a scoreboard at the very least for you guys to see what is the score each quarter, or I can just say who kicked a goal and that stuff, and it will be really simple. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video and subscribe as well, and ring the notification bell, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.